What if I told you that one of the greatest um, gifts you can give a new mom isn't a baby outfit or a stuffed animal or even a meal? Sometimes the greatest gift you can give a mom is showing up, not just once, you know, but again and again. Because while everyone rushes to visit when the baby is brand new, many mothers are quietly struggling weeks later and even months later. When the excitement has faded, the messages have slowed down, and the reality of caring for a newborn has truly settled in. A mother's need for support doesn't end just after the first visit. In many ways, that's when she needs it most. Excuse me. When a baby is born, families often receive an outpouring of love. Friends visit, relatives call, gifts arrive, and meals are dropped off. Even moms from far away come to spend time with their children. Something called omugo in Nigeria. Spend like 2 3 months with the mom and the baby helping out. The mother, however, is still recovering. Physically, emotionally, she's adjusting. She may be learning how to breastfeed, how to cope with sleep deprivation, how to care for an infant, and navigating her new identity as a mother, and how to grow a new relationship with her spouse or her partner, saying that, oh, it's not just you now, you're with a kid or two. You know, this is why one visit is rarely enough. Visit a mom as many times as you can, a new mom. If you know a new mom, consider visiting her more than once, more than twice, you know, within weeks, different, pace it for her. Maybe you stop by during the first week, then again after 3 weeks, then again after 6 weeks. Or you can just visit her the second week, the first time, and maybe go after like 2 months. Give it time when you think she really needs the help and when it feels like she no longer needs it, but she needs it. Because your continued presence communicates something powerful to a mom, that she hasn't been forgotten. But here's something important. When you visit, don't come expecting to be entertained. Come prepared to help. Look around and ask yourself, what responsibility can I take off her shoulders today? Perhaps it's washing dishes, perhaps it's folding laundry. It could also be picking some groceries on your way to the place. Perhaps it's holding the baby while she showers or rests or enjoys a hot meal while you guys are chatting. Maybe it's helping her with her older children, picking them from school or dropping them off if you live close by, you know, preparing lunch for the older kids, or simply sitting beside her and listening without judgment, because when she's comfortable, she may want to confide in you and talk about what, the overwhelming feelings she's been having, just a little birth debriefing here and there. A mother carrying the weight of recovering, feeding schedules, household chores, and sleepless night doesn't always need advice. Just listen to her. Often she needs practical support, she needs community, and really, if she has a question, probably she'll ask you. She needs someone willing to share the load. Somehow, throughout history, mothers were rarely expected to recover and raise babies alone. There were always people around mothers in the ancient times and even in the past, let's say 50, 60 years. Families, neighbors, communities surrounding them with care. But today, in today's world, many mothers find themselves isolated, especially if you don't live in your country or in your country of birth or in your country where you were raised. You know, Yet maternal awareness flourishes when mothers are supported. A rested mother is better able to nurture her child, take care of her family. An encouraged mother is better able to respond to her baby's needs and even to her own needs. She will be in tune with what she wants, what will help her take care of her baby better. A mother who feels seen and cared for is more likely to thrive during postpartum period. Your visit may seem small to you, but to a tired mom, it can feel like a lifetime of a little joy and happiness. As people of faith, if you're a person of faith, I am. This channel is about is faith centered. We are called to carry one another's burden. Love isn't only expressed through words. Love is often found in practical acts of service. It looks like bringing a meal, folding clothing, helping out with one or two chores. It looks like checking in weeks later or months later, when everyone else has moved on. It looks like asking how you doing. Can we go on a girls' day out? Can we go out for brunch? Maybe after like 6 months or after like 4 months, you can, schedule a meeting with a new mom while she leaves the baby with her spouse and her family. Just take her out, go out with her as a friend, chat with her without the baby there, just her for like 1 hour or 45 minutes. You don't know what that will mean to her. You know, every mother deserves to know that her well-being matters. So here's a challenge today. If you can, think of one new mother in your life. Send her a message, make a call, schedule a visit, schedule a girls' day out, a brunch, a lunch, breakfast, whatever. And when you go, bring more than congratulations, bring support, bring compassion, bring willing hands, listening ears. Because maternal and infant wellness begins with community, and you can start being her community. And sometimes the most healing gift we can offer is simply showing up again and again. It's important to support mothers around us so they can nurture their family, grow their strength with the community around them. If this video makes sense to you, please like it, share it, and let the mom that may want this video listen to it and learn from it, get it. Follow or subscribe. Yeah, for more maternal and infant wellness, encouragement, and tips and things to talk about that happens in the life of mothers. Until next time, have a lovely weekend. Bye.